Welcome to Tales, Tunes, and Tomfoolery starring Jerry Springer, along with Gene Galvin and me. I'm Megan Hills. We're recorded live in front of a brilliant studio audience at the Folk School Coffee Parlor in Ludlow, Kentucky.
My daddy came home.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr.
Every
Jerry
day
Springer.
from there.
Thank you so much. Wow. Gosh, my throat has not been with me for a week.
Yeah, a couple weeks, yeah.
Yeah,
We had this same problem
last
last
week's show,
episode,
we had
last
this
week's
show.
show.
Yeah.
But it's preparing. Next time, get a flu shot.
Right.
You don't do it because they hurt. Is that the deal?
It pricks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pricks, yeah. You
let
would
that
understand
one
what
lie.
that means. But hey, no way. Hey, seriously. Hey, by the way, I found one of these out in the Folk School Coffee Parlor. We're here in Ludlow, Kentucky. If you're ever in the area, you got to stop by. This place is cool.
It is cool.
Anyway, it's a bumper sticker that says, it's like the We Love New York thing, but it's We Love Ludlow, Kentucky. That's a cool bumper sticker.
Yeah.
Don't you think Jerry should put this on his Bentley?
Yep.
Yeah. That's what I think.
Helps that
Be on
resale
that
value.
Bentley. Hey, by the way,
it would
Megan,
be the only Bentley with
I Heart
Yeah.
Ludlow. Yeah.
I Heart Ludlow.
and we have Megan Hills of
Proactive Safety Services.
Proactive Safety Services.
Do you guys have
which
like
is
a company
company she
song?
works
No, we
for.
don't. Would you like to write one?
Megan does HR for them. That's her day job. But, hey, you're an entrepreneur, Megan, and I know that back in college you also did singing telegrams.
Yeah.
And Jerry is a professional talker. I'm sort of a half-assed professional talker. And Jerry came up with this idea, Megan, that we talked about a couple episodes ago. Eulogies are us.
That's
that
right.
we be
That-
hired
another brilliant business
to go
plan.
out as a good
It's
business
the same
plan.
people that brought you.
So Jerry was promoting this new idea of his, eulogies are us.
I'm promoting it?
Yeah, it was your idea.
Yeah.
Came from you.
I
But
love how he does that, honestly.
anyway,
It's pretty slick.
and it would be like if you have kind of a boring family and you really want to play up
Spice
somebody
up a
who is
funeral.
deceased, a loved one.
And we can
so
make
you
it
hire,
really good.
Hire our company, and one of us for a price will come in and do a eulogy. You send us talking points, a bio of and it'll sound like we know this loved one.
Yes.
We'll personalize
And
it.
we will embellish a bit because
Yeah.
we want it to
Well, we
be-
got some emails on that idea,
Oh.
Jerry.
Turns out.
It turns out we got some emails with varying
And
opinions.
it's good that you wrote them down.
Well, it's called Rip and Read. I print them off and I bring them in. So this is Albert from San Diego. Oh, listen to this. I haven't read these, but Megan, since you are a trained actress, I'd love to have you do my eulogy. It will take some epic fakery to make my life sound as good as my siblings.
Oh, okay.
This is somebody that's apparently worried that they
Sure.
Yeah, competitive
and
with it.
and it says okay. So then there's says he'll give us a call when he's getting close.
Thanks, Albert. We'll be waiting.
Well, I mean, because he's not dead yet. He wants you to do his.
Do they put their age or?
No, I have no idea. This is Tatiana from Chicago. Jerry, this is aimed at you, Jerry. Oh, listen to this. Jerry, you've had some crazy ideas in your entertainment career, but your idea to have paid strangers from your company prepared to know and love a deceased person is beyond immoral. Wow. Tatiana from Chicago.
How do you get beyond?
I don't know. I mean,
Because I'm
it's-
sure he
I
passed
get.
it.
I
to
know
There's
you.
immoral.
I can get to immoral.
There's immoral that
But
is beyond.
beyond him, what's
Beyond
there?
it. Oh, that's where you don't want to be. That's really good. Here's Cindy from Portland. Oh, Portland, Maine, because the Harm Brothers, which will be coming on
yeah.
later. That's our musical guest. They're amazing, but they're from Portland, Oregon. This is Cindy from Portland, Maine. Oh, this is to me. Gene, you have one of the most creative entrepreneurial minds
Bonnie
I've
wrote
encountered. Oh, this is interesting. Hey, I don't write
How much
these.
do
I
you
just
pay,
read
Bonnie?
them.
I'm surprised you ripped,
I just
ripped
read
that
them.
one. Yeah.
Anyway, it says, your idea, Gene, your idea of eulogies are us.
I thought it was my idea.
That's what I thought.
Now it's your idea.
No, I was my
When
idea.
it's
I
beyond
came up with it.
immoral, it's my idea. When
No,
it's a wonderful idea, it's
my
yours.
idea. Exactly. You're starting to learn how this works. That your idea of eulogies are us has award-winning potential. please sign me up as a client, and I'd like Megan to do mine. And then she also says, I'll call you when I'm getting close. I mean, both of them.
We'll let you know when we're getting
Well,
there.
I don't know. I mean, hey.
Now, how does, let's talk about the financials of this.
Talk about
When-
the financials.
We don't need to be talking about the financials.
When do
Just send more money.
How much is it? Yeah, and do the people pay ahead of time? Well, obviously they have to pay ahead of time.
Well, we'll have to
What if
get,
the family doesn't want to pay?
we'll have to get all that worked out.
He hadn't really
See,
thought
you
about
always
that.
want to get down in the weeds, and I'm an idea person.
He's more than 40,000
Do we
foot
work
view.
with the funeral homes?
What?
Do we work with the funeral homes?
See, yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
We would be, our brochures would be next to the caskets in the funeral homes. And you pick
We
one.
could be the greeters.
And you say, what's this? They right next, they would, here's how it would go. Go in, you got the caskets all lined up. And then you'd have a stack of brochures that are for elevator comics. That has nothing
Because
to
you've
do.
got to cross-promote.
Because
can't
you
just
got
have-
cross-promote.
Yeah,
Now,
they're
they-
gonna, some people are coming in from out of town, and they're
Coming,
going to have an
yeah.
elevator.
And they're not
go.
close to dying, so they could still.
Yeah. And then the others, you
Use
have
that
our
business.
brochures.
Wow.
I got
Wow.
this idea for a contest. And Megan, you and Jerry are the contestants for the contest.
Okay.
The name of the contest is, which president said that?
Okay.
I'm just going to give you a quote.
Which president?
Which president said that?
Okay.
It's a
Of what?
famous
Of a
quote.
company
A
or-
famous quote
Okay.
from a president. It might be a dead president. It might be a living president. They're all, I can tell you, they're all past presidents. Now, it's a little bit like
Most
those
are.
things. Most are, yeah.
With the exception of one.
Including the one that's in there now. No. Well, maybe dead in spirit and ideas. I don't mean that he's humanly dead, Megan. He's not. I just saw him today on television. But, so you have to have a signal like you want to be called on. Don't do this thing like teacher.
I know.
Oh, so when you think you
I'll
have the
read-
answer, you go, "Meh."
There you go. That's his sounder. You have to have a sounder.
Ding, ding, ding.
There you go. We got it. All right, question.
No.
Question number one. Who said this? Conformity is the jailer of freedom and the enemy of growth. That's a little obscure, actually. Who's that sound like as a president?
Conformity. We're repeating it.
Conformity is the jailer of freedom and the enemy of growth. That's actually true, isn't it?
Yeah.
You got to use your sounder.
Meh.
Oh, Mr. Springer. Jerry Springer.
I'm going to guess at Theodore Roosevelt.
It's a good guess.
It's wrong.
You have a ding, ding, ding or not?
FDR. I don't know.
Ah, okay, it was JFK, but that's
Huh.
good. That's
Okay.
good. Here's another
All
one.
right.
Most folks are as happy as they make up their minds to be.
Ding, 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 Ronald Reagan.
Good guess. Or maybe a good answer, but it's incorrect, but
Okay.
that makes sense.
Wow, this is really fun.
Most folks are as happy as they let.
Make up their minds to be. Is Abe Lincoln. Here's one more. If you want total
How
security...
much time do you have on your
Oh,
hands?
no, hold
Right?
on. You want total security, go to prison. The only thing lacking is freedom. That was Ike. Now here's one that should be easier.
That was
Here's the last one. That's some weird shit.
ding, ding, ding.
Ding.
George W. Bush.
There you go. We call that the punchline.
Yeah.
Regarding, that was about the
That was a great
inauguration,
quote.
wasn't
That's
it?
Yeah.
like the
There's some
coolest-
weird
That's a great quote.
Yeah, okay, so what that is, if people don't know, and it's got a lot of pub in the last week, it got revealed by people who heard it, multiple sources. He said that after Donald Trump gave his inaugural address, after he struggled to get his poncho on, and he's,
Yeah.
all that,
Which
and
is
he's
my
getting
favorite
up and he
meme of
turned
the
to
year.
somebody he knew, and he said, man, that's some weird shit. And it was.
Yeah, you're right, right
But you
on.
know, like most presidents would say, well, that was a
Interesting.
dark analysis of the human condition, or that's some weird shit.
Kind of miss him a
You
little bit.
I miss that guy.
God, love him.
Isn't that something? I mean,
Yeah.
don't
It's like when you
accept
break
that.
up with the guy and then like years later it just looks so much better in
I mean,
hindsight.
compared to what we have now, you start
know.
thinking, gosh, remember the day.
Yeah.
But he just sounds like a guy you'd want to go hang out with. He doesn't drink anymore, they say, but it'd be fun to just go drink with him.
Yeah.
He would just be, you know,
Well, I never thought,
pull up in his pickup truck.
in fairness, I never thought he was a bad person. I hated his
Yeah.
policies,
Right.
obviously. But I always thought he was
He was a cool guy.
Well, there was never a question that he woke up every day and
he wanted it. Yeah.
every single day the man was concerned with the best thing to do
Yeah.
for the country, whether or not we agreed that it was the best
Yep.
thing to do.
He was a good guy.
You
Oh, he
believed
wasn't-
from
yeah.
his gut he was trying to do the right thing.
Yep. Yeah, it's interesting. And so there's also this thing that Casey and Catfish are promoting. I may have mentioned this before, but they want to have a team building seminar,
Really?
a gathering, a weekend. And you know how to put those together
do,
as
and
an HR person.
And I do not recommend
That's
one
what
for us.
happens.
You don't?
No, I do not.
You don't?
Not even a little bit.
Well, that's interesting.
That's
Because
what-
you don't want to give
So
up a
much
weekend.
liability.
Because oh, I see what you saw from the
That's
liability.
a whole HR shitstorm weekend.
Since we're cussing in this
Since we're cussing in this
episode.
episode.
Wow, that's
Team
interesting.
building, outdoor. This is all Ludlow.
We can get Jerry on a ropes course,
Yeah.
so that could be fun.
Yeah.
And well, see, what made me curious about it, I didn't think of the liability
Lots
thing and
of
the HR
liability.
stuff. I was thinking more when they told me and they sat me down, they had this big meeting, got to come down for a meeting. Okay, I come down. And they got this idea, you know, how our team, there's all so much bickering among
Right.
us and
It's
arguing
very-
about
very-
who makes what, you know, and all that. Who gets to
financial-
fly in Jerry's airplane, all that stuff.
Who's
So-
flying in your airplane?
Yeah,
the way.
right. So here are the places they
No
propose
one on
we
this
have it.
team.
Because they
Yes.
said to me, you know, why they don't want to, we shouldn't dump all this on Megan to find the places and get the venues set. So they said, we'll take care of that. And I said, what are you thinking? So they said Bali was one.
Okay.
Another was the south of France.
Okay.
The other
Getting better,
was
gentlemen.
Cabo St. Lucas. Is that this place, a rich people place down in
Sure.
Baja, Mexico? You've actually been there.
Yeah. Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
But this is.
Monte Carlo, if we're going to do it.
Yeah, Monte Carlo.
Great.
That's nice.
It's nice.
So, and the last choice that I was promoting was like Megan's house,
Union, Kentucky.
Union, Kentucky. Yeah,
The metropolis that it is.
and I was
And
thinking
this
The
of
is
trust
for what,
fall, have you ever
for
done
what
one of those?
purpose?
Team
building.
Yeah, it's like you have to, either really
So we all
sit around and
Building a team?
Yeah.
For what?
See, you don't come from that corporate mindset, do you?
no.
You just come in and they give you millions of dollars and you do a TV show.
Doesn't everybody do that?
No, no.
No.
We have to
Why
worry
would you,
about
why
it.
would you
foster-
come in then?
foster the culture of the
We
podcast.
actually all, we all want to get along because we don't make any money, so
Right.
we want to be compensated other ways. No, so I got it. I left the meeting and said, I get it. They're just trying to get a free vacation, you know.
Right, right.
Yeah, Cuba's over, so now
Cuba's done.
Yeah, that's
Done
almost
with
a
you, but-
year ago.
I
That
know.
was, that was great.
That was a great trip.
That was
It
great.
really was. I was actually.
Informative.
Yeah.
I felt a really good episode of talking about the folk music of Cuba. That's episode, who knows the number, but because we have 103 episodes up
Yeah.
in our archive,
Yeah.
and it's somewhere around the midpoint,
Like
50,
50,
60,
60s, yeah.
and it's well worth hearing.
You get-
Casey
Yeah.
Wanted
Campbell
to
went
go
with
to
us.
Cuba for years, and in fact, Castro even said over my dead body.
Yeah, that you would show up.
So we went.
That was cool. It was.
That was
neat.
very cool.
Yeah, it was.
Wanted to ask you a question, Jerry. The Democratic National Committee, the NC,
Tony
has a
Perez,
new
yeah.
chair, Tony Perez. And he raised some controversy recently when he said some things that included a profanity.
The same one that Bush used.
Okay, well, can you?
That was some weird. Yeah.
Yeah. So can you give a little bit of
Yeah,
background
I
to
just
that and
saw
give
it.
your reaction to it?
It was just a quick little thing. It's hardly a headline, but he had said either yesterday or over the weekend, REPUBS don't give a blank about people.
Yep.
And, you know, then, of course, the Republican leadership had to say, oh, that's so rude and, you know, unfair and all of that. And it just struck me because even with our, obviously, liberal bias that we have with this podcast, which is the whole point, by the way, and even during all the years of our politics, I kind of have taken a little bit of pride that it never got personal. You know, that we would never berate someone personally for his or her views, that we hated the views, but not the person. And we never do name calling or stuff like that. And then, you know, we've been through this year and all the stuff that's going on. And it just struck me because I really know so many, you know, really good people who are Republicans. And, you know, when you talk to them, let's say, about Trump or what the party's doing or what the health, you know, what Trump Care was going to do or getting rid of Obamacare, you know, with a lot of the stuff they do or some of his comments or against Muslims or Hispanics, you get them rolling their eyes. They said, yeah. In other words, they don't excuse it, but they find something about the Republican platform that they like, and that's why they're going to vote for it. And so when they were charged, you know, you're voting for Trump, you're a racist. You know, you're against Obamacare, you don't care about people. And the response has been that's kind of labeling a whole class of people. And my instinct, excuse me, my instinct was to pull back from that and not label someone because they like Trump or some of the things he says. But I'm really reaching the point when Hillary said the deplorables, you know, these people are deplorable. It's not that if you support some of this thing, these policies, you don't care about people or that you are a racist. But it's pretty hard, if you're totally honest with yourself, not to admit that the things that are being said or the policies that are being supported show an absolute disregard for the welfare of people. And you're tolerating it. It's not how you personally feel. Let's say Trump said some racist things. So you can honestly say, I don't hate black people. But if the policy is doing something against African Americans in America, then, you know, how good is that? You're tolerating someone, you're enabling. That's what's happening with the Republican Party. That's what's happening with the GOP. They're enablers. On this latest health care business, and now there's talk, oh, they're going to try and revisit that issue because Trump Care was such an obvious failure. They're going to come up with something else. But even what they're coming up with shows an absolute disregard for caring about people. How can you, for example, right now the Republicans are coming in saying this new plan that we're coming up with, we're going to give people insurance, and the way we're going to do this is we're not going to make the insurance companies cover all kinds of issues. They won't have to cover mental health. They won't have to cover maternity care. I wrote down some of the things that they won't have to cover anymore. They won't have to cover prescription drugs. They won't have to cover hospitalization. That's the first thing. And the other thing they're going to throw in there, they say, but we're going to have a health bill for everybody. It's just they won't have to cover, the insurance companies won't have to cover all these things. And the other thing the insurance company will be able to do, which Obamacare did not permit the insurance companies to do, is they won't have to charge everybody the same. They'll be able now, if you are a high-risk patient or high-risk person, they can charge you more. If you are elderly, they can charge you more. Now, do they think everyone else is just stupid? Don't you understand that if you permit the insurance companies to charge elderly people more and people who are higher risk more, then basically you're doing away with the whole concept, number one, that everyone should have health insurance, because obviously a lot of older people don't have a lot of money, so they'll have to drop out, so they won't be covered. And two, what about this whole thing? Well, we're all for coverage for pre-existing conditions. But if you're saying an insurance company can charge you more if you have a pre-existing condition, basically they're saying they can price you out of the market. so you don't have coverage. And everybody knows that. That's God's truth. You have a kid and your kid comes to you and it's got caught doing something it shouldn't doing and it's kind of making up some excuse. You roll your eyes because you know the kid's making up a story, an excuse. That's what the REPUBS are doing now. The fact is, they really, really, honestly, at the bottom of their heart, do not care if all Americans don't have health insurance. I'm not saying they're bad human beings, but this is not something they really care about. They were perfectly willing to have 14 million people right away, and over time, up to 24 million people lose their health insurance. They don't deny that. They're okay with it. And I'm just asking you, isn't it then fair to say, if you are okay living in America with the idea that some of your neighbors and fellow citizens won't be able to afford health insurance, you're okay with that, then you don't give a damn about people. I mean, everybody cares about someone in their family. You could get the most conservative person in the world, and if they're living next door and their kid is suddenly sick, and I use the example a lot, they bang on your door and say, could you rush me to the hospital, my kid is sick. You're not going to say, well, you should have had more money and you'd have a car that could drive you there. Of course you help. So we all do that personally, but when we talk politics, how can we as a society be okay? And you can't give me the answer, well, I'm a Republican, or I'm a this or that, I'm a conservative. What has that got to do with being a decent human being? Let's at least agree that if you profess, if it's you and God alone in a room, and you want to be able to say to God, I really do care about other human beings, you can't possibly reach any conclusion other than we got to do whatever we can to make sure that everyone has health insurance, even if it means I pay more money. That's what is called caring about other human beings. Otherwise, it's just wah, wah, wah. Don't be a politician and start running for office and stand up before a crowd and give this patriotic speech, how you care, and we're going to make life better. And by this election, everyone's going to have health insurance. We're going to have freedom. You're going to be able to pick the care you want. Bullshit. If you don't have any money, how do you pick the care you want? If you're an elderly citizen and you can't afford the hikes and the premiums, how are you going to do it? The only way you can have health insurance for all people is if everyone either has to have insurance, so healthy people are paying in while the money goes out for the sick people, or you raise everybody's taxes, and particularly taxes of people like me, which you should. Those are the only two options. The reason there is no replacement plan for Obamacare after 7.5 years of beating it up, be honest, they've had 7.5 years of saying how horrible Obamacare is, and there are problems with it, but we're going to replace it. In 7.5 years, they couldn't come up with an answer. You know why? It's not for lack of trying. There is no answer. If you want health insurance for everybody, either everyone has to have insurance, or we've got to pay more taxes to pay for those who can't afford it. That is the only way on God's earth it happens. So if you care about people, you will do that. And if you don't do that, do not come around and say, I'm really a good person. I really do care about helping other people. Because honestly, you don't.
All right, we're going to call the Harm Brothers in, and as they're coming in to set up their
Do no harm.
These guys are from Portland, Oregon. They are really good. We had the pleasure of having them on our podcast about a year ago, a little more than a year ago.
At the Whispering
when
Beard?
they were at the Whispering Beard Folk Festival. And
When
We really love these
I
guys.
plugged our podcast.
That's
there.
what, yeah,
You
when
did,
you did
yeah.
the one thing you went there to do.
And I'm just
So
gonna
impressive.
introduce them by first name as they're setting up. We've got Donald.
That's
and
right. It's Ray.
we have Ryan,
Ray.
Alejandro,
That's right.
and Matt and Tyler. And they are the Harm Brothers, and they're going to do a couple songs for us.
There is a hat from my childhood back there.
Yeah.
Brooklyn Dodgers.
Well, these guys are baseball guys, and
Oh, I remember.
the first song they're going to do, as a matter of fact, I love this. We're here in Cincinnati, and the Cincinnati Reds are our baseball team, and this first song is called "A Song for Reds Fans."
Oh, it's going to be
So
sad.
that's really
It's going to
good.
be such a sad song.
So here we go.
Yeah.
The Harm Brothers,
How sad.
Portland, Oregon.
Yeah.
Let me get the right
All right.
We have the right equipment, Gene.
Yeah, which is a pick, right? Yeah.
That's right. Was a baseball player, always swinging for the fence. Love the crack of the ash, stitched leather and spit. A hard slide into third, running straight through first. Cut him down at the plate, all in a day's work. Oh, so goes Ohio, and the country follows suit, singing, damn those redbirds, damn the pirates, the Cubs, the crew. Hey, so goes Ohio, West Red Lakes to the end. Oh, Charlie, keep on hustling, I know someday you'll get in. Take those steel trains up in Pittsburgh, well, St. Luke can keep the blues. You know I never really cared for that old Milwaukee brew. Those Cubbies up in Chi-Town, you know it's hard to hit 'em all. Well, Ernie Grace and Sandberg got a special place in my heart. And so goes Ohio, and the country follows suit, singing, damn those redbirds, damn the pirates, the Cubs, the crew. And so goes Ohio, West Red Lakes to the end. That big red machine hasn't run out of gas, not yet. I've been to Wrigley, Shea, and Kaufman. I've been to Fenway, Coors, and Busch. Well, I stood in the house at Ruthville, Abbott's ashes, dodged a bullet. But that great American ballpark, you know it ain't hard to find. It's up in Cincinnati with those red leg friends of mine. And so goes Ohio, and the country follows suit, singing, damn those redbirds, damn the pirates, the Cubs, the crew. And so goes Ohio, West Red Lakes to the end. Oh, Pete, you keep pitching, I know you make it to the bigs. And so goes Ohio, and the country follows suit, singing, damn those redbirds, damn the pirates, the Cubs, the crew. And so goes Ohio, West Red Lakes to the end. Yeah, boys, you keep swinging, you win it all next year.
What was the name of that song?
has a song called "A Song for Reds Fans."
It is a song for
It's
Reds
just
fans.
called "A Song for Reds Fans." I had nothing more clever than that.
That is.
That's the Harm Brothers. These guys are legit.
Do you know? And I may be making this up. It seems to me that you know, when you said the Red Legs,
Yeah.
that they were the Reds, and they became during the Communist Scare, the Red
it
Scare.
was.
They changed the name to the Red Legs, and then I guess, you know,
Then they came.
They
then
changed back.
They came back after the Cold War. That's
yeah, but
exactly
during the
what
Cold
happened.
War, they were the Red Legs.
In our youth, that
Yeah.
you know, we're old enough that we were around. I remember very consciously. All of a sudden, they were the Red Legs, and that was never explained. They never explained it.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think marketing-wise, I don't think I would have. What's the point?
Yeah.
Down in the weeds too far. Just change it.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know that I even agree with the fact that they changed it, but they did. If you want to hear more of the Harm Brothers, and I'm pretty sure you would, you can find them at their website is theharmedbrothers.com, HARMED, past tense, harmbrothers.com, and they've got an album coming out on April 21st, self-titled, called The Harm Brothers. And their second song is In the Wind. Would you do it?
We will, Gene.
Yeah, appreciate it.
There's an answer I just can't give you. Well, it's still hanging there on the vine. Oh, go and let it ride, boy. It'll be alright. Sometimes the rotten truth makes for real good wine. Take a look at those last leaves hanging on their own, like gifts to and from people before your hearts got broke. Oh, you threw them all away. Your heart got full of junk. If I had my way, my heart would be a vaudeville trunk. But it's in the wind, it's in the wind. It's where I've always been ever since. It's in the wind, it's in the wind. It's where I've always been ever since. Song that I just can't sing you, but what the hell, I'll go and give it a try. Oh, and go and let it ride, boy, it'll be alright. Sometimes the rotten truth makes for real good time, but it's in the wind, in the wind. It's where I've always been ever since. It's in the wind, it's in the wind. It's where I've always been ever since. It's where I've always been. I've always been.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you.
That's the Harm Brothers. That's Alejandro taking the lead on that one. That's excellent. Hey, what's the story on where you guys all from? I know Ryan's from Ludlow, Kentucky, as a matter of fact, and we know that Tyler's from Branson, Missouri, right? Alejandro, right? Where you and Matt. So how did this all come together?
Alex and I met in Cottage Grove, Oregon.
All right.
About 9 years ago, we met.
It's about
Coming up. And that is the core of this outfit, he and I. And we've known Ryan for a number of years. We met him when he lived in Kansas City.
Okay.
We met Matt at Whispering Beard Folk Festival.
Wow.
Yeah. We
In
met
Friendship, Indiana.
in Friendship, Indiana.
Yep.
And he's from Nashville, Tennessee.
Okay.
Nice.
Wow. Nashville, Tennessee.
And we met Tyler last year on a stage in Kansas City, Missouri. He was friends with Ryan, and he said, "Hey, I got a buddy in town plays steel. You want to see if he wants to sit in?" And we said, "Yeah, let's try it. You know, why not?"
That's a great.
And
It's a wonderful
and then
message.
and then here you have it. You
Yeah,
know,
it's pretty
Yeah.
amazing.
What a
Yeah.
great instrument. I love it.
So for people most people hear this and can't see it, although we are on Facebook Live as we speak, but we've got a keyboard, electric slide, drums, guitar, and then you add occasionally another piece or two, right, when you're out on the road?
Well, yeah, it depends. You know, sometimes sometimes we'll throw in another electric guitar. Sometimes
Yep.
we'll throw in a fiddle.
Nice.
You know,
Nice.
Yeah.
for years, Alex and I would travel. The two of us, when we would travel, we would call ahead to our friends and be like, "Hey, we're coming." We know people in all sorts of towns,
Yep.
all over America. We've been doing this for a long time now, and so we just call and say, "Hey, do you want to sit in?" And they'd be like, "Yeah, we'll come." You know, they're coming anyway, so if they can bring their instrument, you know,
Sure.
bring your instrument and sit in with us, you know.
Perfect. Well,
But now this is what we're doing now.
Gotcha.
This is what the Harn Brothers are.
Okay. We feel really lucky you guys on
Yeah.
your travels around the country, stop by here, and
Yeah.
we really enjoy this.
Well, we're real lucky to be able to stop in a place like this.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
you know, so
Yep.
I mean, this is a wonderful, wonderful town. I'll be here all month actually. So.
Oh, cool.
Really? Nice. Okay. Okay. Well, can you take us out on down by the riverside and let Jerry Springer join in? He's got a
I mean,
wounded
you let
voice.
other people sit in.
Yeah, we're gonna have Jerry in.
Jerry, they have their limits. There is a limit.
I believe we're gonna do this. Alex is gonna